Man, well, I think we're avoiding the biggest news of the week.
Yes.
Tesla is settling with the SEC. Their stocks rebounded. Do you remember when it totally crashed?
Oh
And
man,
we
the
weren't sure what was
teeter-totter.
going to happen with Elon Musk. Talk to us about that drama.
All right, so let's go through the drama. So it all started August 7th. Actually, it started before then when he accused a guy of the Thai cave rescue as being a pedophile, but we're going to skip that. We've already talked about it. So on August 7th, Elon Musk put out a tweet. This is, I quote, what he said. "Am considering taking Tesla private at $420, funding secured." So this is big news because he's basically saying, okay, we're going to take it off the market. It's going to be a $9 billion buy. Actually, it probably is even more than $9 billion, but I think that's what I heard. And who has that money, right? Funding secured. What does that mean? Well, as soon as he sent out that tweet, within a few hours, like in the morning when the markets open, it had soared 11%. That's crazy, 11%. So the people who got really upset about this are the short sellers. And I believe we talked about it a little bit earlier in one of our podcasts. But then the Securities Commission came along and they said, hey, is funding secured? Do you have proof that funding is secured? You can't just send out tweets like this that aren't true and then get this huge bump in your stock price. And so when they looked into it, investigated into it, it turns out that funding wasn't secured. Elon Musk claimed that the kingdom of Saudi Arabia was going to invest, and then he had a few others lined up, but really there was nothing solid. Nobody had said that they were going to lay that kind of money down. So the SEC sent a claim, and one of the claims, and I found this fascinating, is they claim that Elon Musk chose $420 or $420 as a reference to pot. And
got it. Yeah.
You remember he's dating this much younger than like half his age singer, last name Grimes, and she's big into pot. She actually tweeted. So this goes back to another news report that we did earlier where it was the whole tweet back and forth with Azealia Banks as well. And I guess she was tweeting to her friend Azealia, and she said, well, Elon figured that in a buyout, you get a 20% bump to the stock price, and it came up to $419. And so he just rounded it up to $420 as a joke because he knew I'd like it. Well, the SEC is like, there is nothing joking about this at all. You can't be a very public figure who is not only the CEO, but also the chairman of the board and make claims like this. So the settlement, did you read what he settled for?
Tell me how much.
Well, he took a fine of $20 million.
Okay.
So he says, okay, I'll pay you $20 million, chump change for a billionaire. They have to have 2 independent board members, and Elon Musk must step down as the chairman of the board for no less than 3 years. Now, you might think that's bad. I mean, their stocks were plummeting when the SEC sued them, and they dropped hard on Friday. And but in this deal, he does stay on as the CEO of Tesla. So in other words, all the people who were scared that they were going to lose the superpowers of Elon Musk still get him as a CEO. They just don't get him as the all-powerful chairman of the board as well. And I think this is better for everybody. I think it puts some checks and balances in place. I think that Elon's crazy tweeting will be taken less seriously now because he doesn't control both the board and the company. So I think in all this will be good. And the stock market agreed. So the stock price soared another 17%, which basically wiped out the crash that happened last Friday at 14%. Now, just to give everybody an idea of this seesaw and teeter-totter, since August 7th, they're still down. So the current stock price, when I looked at it this morning, was $306.50. I think it's dropped some more since then. So they had this huge spike, and then some people are like, wait a minute. Let's bring it down. So I think it's somewhere around 303, 304. But when the tweet happened in August, it was $342. So we're talking, it's still down 10% from its highs that it was flying with the 420 tweet.
Oh, wow, that's huge. I heard good news, though, that they're really ramping it up with their production of the Model 3. So that's good.
It is, and I think that's part of the reason why the stock price didn't take a harder hit. So Elon Musk had a goal for the third quarter to have 5,000 Model 3s produced every week. He didn't quite achieve it, but he came pretty close. And for a company that constantly misses its targets, I think this was pretty good for a third quarter, and I think investors agreed. So he got 53,000 Model 3s delivered, and a total of 80,000 cars, all in the third quarter. And it came out to 4,400 cars per week. But we do know that the last week for sure he hit that 5,000 mark, and it looks like he's going to continue to hold it, if not increase. Now, what was fascinating about this is in order to count these cars as sold, they have to be delivered. So it's one thing to be able to make 5,000 cars a week. Now you've got to deliver 5,000 cars a week. And Elon Musk actually said he's gone from production hell to logistics hell. And, you know, he used his superpowers again. He used them this weekend. Did you hear what he did?
Was he trying to get his own customers to deliver them?
That's exactly what he did. With Elon Musk's superpowers, he got his customers so excited and amped up. He said, I need your help to deliver and orientate new customers on the Model 3. And people signed up and lined up. So if you needed it delivered to your house, there would be another Model 3 owner would show up at your house in your brand new Model 3.
Would they get paid or?
No, this is totally volunteer. So think about it. You've got free labor when it comes to delivery. Now, I don't know if they controlled the orientation because, I mean, they're probably pretty excited. Look at this feature, look at that feature, but they're not yet experts. I mean, they probably only had their Model 3s for at most a month, right? So, but still, it's amazing that they were able to mobilize so many people and use that brand loyalty and that super power that Musk has to get people so excited about his product. It made me almost ready to use my $1,000 deposit and pay ridiculous money to go get my Model 3. I'm waiting for the cheap one.
So you still have the deposit in play?
I do have the deposit in play. I'm still waiting for the cheap one. And also good news for Canadians. The Canadian dollar spiked this last week, actually last couple of days, because NAFTA was finally agreed to. They now call it the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement. UMSCA.
Are you up to 80 cents yet?
Close. We're really close. I think it's like 79.5. And, you know, if we can get over 80 cents, I think I'll be able to afford the cheaper Model 3. But, you know, I've also got to take care of this condo in Fort McMurray first.